Hi there, welcome to the workface. Now, what's that behind me? I hear you ask. Yes, it's the Roadhound, and this Roadhound of course is my bike, which recently, some of you would have just noticed a moment ago, has got a very shiny chain. And that's because at one of my previous videos I changed the bike chain. However, I've been suffering from chain slippage, which is something it's got a whiff of something. Not sure if Nighthound's been around here, so I'll have to do a bit of checking in a moment. Anyway, a bit of chain slippage, you don't want that, you don't want it. I've been looking on the internet to see what the solution is to chain slippage, and some people say tighten the chain up, tighten this, do that, the other. Rule of thumb seems to indicate that when you change your chain, you really want to change your back sprocket set as well. So what on earth's a back sprocket? I can't even say it. A back sprocket set. Let's have a look. We're not. Here we go. So this here is a Shimano cassette sprocket set. What I've had to do first of all is count the number of teeth I need. So on the bottom sprocket, which is the little dinky ones there, I've got 12, and on the big one 28. That's what's on the bike at the moment. It suits me great. So I'm going to fit this one. Hang on a minute, you say. Steve Dog, is this beyond you? Sometimes you have to limit, you have to know your own limitations. You have to admit if you don't think you're good enough for the job. I've decided to call in specialist help, so let's hand you over to the specialist who's going to fit this sprocket set right now. The guy's going to need to have specialist skills and specialist tools. Let's see if he can do that. So over, yeah, you've guessed it. So over to that guy that fixed some secateurs recently. You'll see that on the video above if you click up there. Of course, that's none other than Monty Dog. So Monty, over to you to fit this sprocket set. Monty. Thanks for that, Steve Dog. And welcome. This is something I can do dead easily, but I need to show you guys all the good things and all the little errors you can make along the way so that you can learn from this. So if I make the errors, remember, they're totally intentional. Let's have a look at what we've got today and what we've got to do. So folks, you don't need a lot, but you do need specialist tools. So we've got this Shimano sprocket set we're going to fit. We need one of these, and this is called a chain whip. This will allow us to take off the chain. We need one of these. I'll take off the sprocket set. This is one of these, which is this is called a gubbins. I like to call this a oomers. That's what I like to call it, an oomers. Right, that's technical now. And this here is an adjustable spanner. I like to buy top of the range, as you can see. That one I purchased from a firm called Wilco. Right, so let's get over to the workface and see how we're going to take this one off. Right, so first up, what have we done? Roadhound is upside down. Some of you will have noticed that. Secondly, lowest gears, smallest cogs front and back. Gives us loads of slack on the chain, makes it easy for taking off that back wheel. Let's take that back wheel off. Just a case of undoing this one and the one on the other side and taking it off in a jiffy. Let's see how we get on. Loosened off so far. Right folks, remember to undo your brakes at the bottom. That's what's holding it in there though. So if I just unclip the bottom there, hopefully So unclip your brakes at the bottom, folks, and then the wheels should hopefully come out as easy as that. That's the wheel removed, folks. Part 1 complete. Right, next up, all we need to do is take out the middle, they call these gubbins. So I'm just going to move that camera down so you can see what I'm doing here, because a lot of people don't know what they're doing. Don't worry, Monty Dog does. So you just unscrew this. This one here is actually fits a rather nice turbo trainer that I've got another video all about. I've got a couple of videos all about. So take off the middle gubbins. It's a make sure you keep the springs on there, screw it up. Make sure you always keep your things safe, folks. Make sure you always keep your things safe, remember that. Don't go dropping stuff. And I'll put that in safekeeping underneath there. So now it's a case of taking this bad man off. Very difficult, you would think, but not with the right tools. Let's see if we can do that right now. So we're going to do this in a while, folks. So what have we got here? Wheel off. This here's the first gubbins. Now look, have a look at this. That there, you can see me through the wheel. I'm still here, folks. That one goes through the middle there and slots in there. That will give me a grip onto it. So that turns one way, and I've got to be able to go that way to turn it, unscrew it. I can, but how far? I've got this. This is called a chain whip. So the whip goes on here. So I'm going to want to go that way with that one. With my spanner, I want to adjust my spanner to fit that gubbins there. Like that. So I'm going to that way. So I'm going to push down that way, but I've got to stop this thing from moving. So put that over the top like that. Something like that, I think. Not quite sure that I didn't work today.
Definitely done this before many times. Make sure it drapes down over, folks. Always make sure it drapes down over. In fact, and just occasionally punctuate.
Don't get it stuck in behind, folks. Blimmin' heck. That didn't work, did it? Right, let's have another go.
Over the top.
Bloody hell. Blimmin' heck. Don't go anywhere. I didn't want to come out here, folks. What I've done, I've got a little hammer. On the ground now, I'm going to pull that this way and then work, is it? Oh dear. Bloody ridiculous. Right. You bloody thing. Let me watch off, don't break that. Move them. I think it did. He's moving. Brute force, folks. Brute force. Right. Be careful here. How that comes is a gubbins and a gubbins. So I'm going to leave that on there to remind me of what came off. And then hopefully this man. Oop, and then there's a. In of each of these are the little sprockets. So there they go. They can each come off like that. So I'm going to try and lift the whole thing off now. In a wanna. There, so there you go. That's your, they call that your hub. Your hubs, they call that. So what we got, if any of you guys are into my advice, we've got sprocket and hubs. You see what I did there? Right, okay, so far so good. That's come off very well. I don't know if I should clean that up. I've got to get a rag, give that a bit of a clean. Don't go anywhere. Right folks, so now I'm going to clean that hub off and make sure it's nice and clean, and you want to get rid of any residual stuff off here, so just use the kitchen towel. And that, as you can see, is now looking cleaner than it did, and it's ready to receive this bad mat, which is a new one. Now hopefully it fits. This is where the proof is definitely the pudding here. It looks like it's the same all the way around, so, although is that quite the case?
Might be a double mini one there, I'm not sure. Just make yourself make a toes in. Right. Narrow at the top, so. Yeah, that there looks different. There's a wide one. There's a wide one there, which is that one, I think. So.
Hyperglide. This one's not exactly hyperglide. That's what on here, is it? On we go. It's on. It's on. I've done this loads of times, folks. I'm not excited to just get it on. I mean, this is just common old garden. This is fair for me, you know, for the person that you guys have learned to love. Right, that's on. Right, so now what?
Earlier we had kind of a situation where that was the last one, wasn't it? So that goes on next. So 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it goes on next, so maybe to go around here. No, to go down. That one. As well.
Again, same sort of setup here, folks. Just make sure this one's on the right one. He's on. And then this one finally screws on there at the end, like that. And then we have that on. And then all you need to do now, so that there screws on there like that, folks. And then finally, you just need to tighten up now. You do need, because we're going the other way, you don't actually need the chain width this time, which is good because I've got to get that out of there, which is going to take me 10 minutes with a hammer and a little bit of elbow grease. That one there goes on there, and now we just have to tighten it back the way it came. And there we go, let's easily tighten up. Hear that ratcheting? There, tightened. That ain't going to go anywhere now. We're pushing against it, of course, every time we pedal, so it's only ever going to want to tighten itself up. So now we have a new system on there. Absolutely perfect. I think you'll all agree. Look at that shiny, shiny. Right, let's get it back on the bike then. This has gone quite well, hasn't it? Right, so let's put this back on. Should be hopefully not too painful. Right, okay. What do I need to do first? Put this bad man on first, isn't I? Let's just quickly put that one on. So remember, I've got a spring at each end. Take the gubbins off there. Take the spring off. Slide that through there.
We're almost home now, aren't we? It's so close. I think. The chain on.
Just got to sort it around this chain, folks. It's all upside down, so difficultly the radius all over the place. Chains hate me, don't they? And they hate Steve Dog as well.
Inside the chain,
I like it, I think. Right, now you just tighten these gubbins up. Right, so what does it look like? Well, first of all I've got to just ratchet this thing back up again. Pretty straightforward. Brakes are working. Put that one in there, brakes are now working. Brand new shiny sprocket at the bottom there to go with brand new shiny chain. And that, folks, is how you change the back sprocket set of your bike. So, thanks for that. Back to you, Steve Dog. Thanks for that, thanks for that Monty Dog. So, it just goes to show, with a little bit of expertise, you're going to need one of these, which is a chain whip. You're going to need one of these, which is a gubbins screwy type thing. You're going to need one of these. You need some swans like these. But just remember, guys, someone call the vet, because these swans are sick. Catch you guys on the cycling sprocket and hubs. Let's hear that tune. sprocket and hubs flip side. Catch you guys on that flip side.